All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Southern Sorcery. Thanks so much for hanging out again with us. This is our last deck reveal video for the Final Fantasy Precons. This is the Scions and Spellcraft. This is from Final Fantasy 14. So each one of the Precons corresponds to a game and a set of characters within the game and builds around that. So this one is 14, and you know, I'm going to butcher this the whole time, but Stola, Knights Blessed, I believe is how you say this name. Yeah, I could be totally wrong. But anyway, we are going to take a look at this and all the new cards and some of the reprints as well. And before we jump into that, help us out. Drop a like on this video. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think about it. And then if you like the video and find it helpful, hit the subscribe button. We are giving away each of these precons as well. Those videos will be coming out later this week. We always do a budget upgrade guide for each of those. And in those videos, we always do a giveaway. So that'll be worldwide shipping. And if the shipping is astronomical or outrageous, we'll just send you a gift card so you can pick this up in your own country instead of paying the extra for the shipping. But anyway, I digress. With no further ado, let's look at Scions and Spellcraft. So our commander is Stola, Knights Blessed, 1 white, blue, black for a cat warlock that has vigilance, and at the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Love seeing card draw on face commanders. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, your Stola deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. So spell slinging looks like you want to do some indirect damage and help our opponents, you know, battle each other and, you know, incentivize them swinging at each other and not us. So the backup commander is Graha Tia, Scion Reborn, white, blue, black for another cat, cat warlock, cat wizard, and this one has lifelink and throw wide the gates. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay X life, where X is that spell's mana cost. And if you do, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and put X 1/1 counters on it. Do this only once each turn. So you can pay life into some of this this ability here and make massive creatures, it looks like. All right, so let's look at the rest of the deck here. We have got some new creatures. We've got Alicia here, Elf Wizard, partner with... Man, the names are trying to kill me here in this one. Alfinwad Levelier. Yeah. Partner means you go find that card and you put it into your hand. This one has first strike and dual cast. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast, so that's pretty good. We've got a Good King Mog the 12th, it looks like. This is one of the new kinds of cards. We have Saga creatures in this set. So the first chapter of this Saga creature is create 2 1/2 white Moogle creature tokens with lifelink. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, create a token that's a copy of a non-Saga token that you control. That's chapters 2 and 3. And then chapter 4 is put 2+1/+1 counters on each other Moogle you control. So there are other Moogle cards in this set, and in these commander decks, it is looking like there's going to be a good amount of support for Moogle Typal or Tribal. You might be able to sort of pull out a Moogle deck out of all of this. Tataru Taru, 1 and a white for a legendary creature, Dwarf Advisor. When it enters, you draw a card, and target opponent may draw a card. So a little bit of group hug there. And then Scion Secretary, whenever an opponent draws a card, if it isn't that player's turn, create a tap treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn, so a great payoff for giving away a card. Next week you have Thancred Waters, 4 and a white for a human warrior, has flash and royal guard. When it enters, another target legendary permanent you control gains indestructible for as long as you control him. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, he gains indestructible until the end of turn. So you should be able to keep this one around. There are a good amount of non-creature spells in this deck. Next up, we have Alfinwad Levillier. This is the partner with the other. I'm assuming they're related, either siblings or cousins or something. This one has Vigilance and Acrasia. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. So this one says when you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. This one says the second spell you cast costs 2 less to cast. So this could be an interesting commander deck if you wanted to partner them as commanders. Next, we have Hermes, Overseer of Elpis. 3 and a blue for an Elder Wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 blue creature token with flying. So make a bird creature token. Whenever you attack with 1 or more birds, you scry 2. Birds are getting a good amount of support here as well, so I think that's going to be fun. H of the First Brood. 4 and a blue for an Elder Dragon. Flying, Vigilance, Ward 2. There's always a good dragon in every set. It doesn't matter. There's always a dragon, it seems like. This one has Flying, Vigilance, and Ward 2. Pretty good. It also has Shiva's Aid. When he enters and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. So that's pretty good. Making something unblockable is legit. Next we have Fandaniel, Telophori Escane. God, these pronunciations, like I said, they're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Surveil 1. Surveil means look at the top card of your library and you can either put it back or put it in your graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent may sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. Each opponent who doesn't loses 2 life for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Blech. Gross. This could be so good. Next up, we have Ardbert, Warrior of Darkness. 1 black-white for a Spirit Warrior. Whenever you cast a white spell, put a 1/1 counter on each legendary creature you control. They gain Vigilance until the end of turn. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each legendary creature you control. They gain Menace until the end of turn. So that's pretty fun. And that can be a commander. I can see people building that out. Next, we have Emet Selch of the Third Seat. 2 and Demir. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. And whenever 1 or more opponents lose life, you may cast a target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If that spell would be put in your graveyard, exile it instead and do this only once each turn. So giving us access to stuff in our graveyard seems good. Estenine Varlinu, yeah. 2 white-black for an Elf Warrior. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on him. It gains flying until the end of turn. At the beginning of your second main phase, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of your opponents who were dealt damage this turn by him or a dragon this turn. So cares about dragons, which is interesting because we only have 1 so far. Next we have Hildebrand Manderville. 1 and a white. This is a adventure card, so you can cast this card for its adventure side, which this one's is Gentleman's Rise. 2 and a black for an adventure that is an instant. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token, and then you put it on an adventure, which is essentially put it in exile, and then you can cast it for its creature side later. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1, and when it dies, you may cast it from the graveyard as long as the adventure portion until the end of your next turn. So you can cast that Gentleman's Rise adventure instant again, which is interesting. Krill Baldison, a dwarf wizard with lifelink, trace aether. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may return target creature card with mana value equal to that spell's mana value from your graveyard to your hand. You can do this only once each turn, but being able to recast your instants and sorceries is really good. Lease Hexed. 1 white blue for a rebel monk. Has prowess, as monks tend to do. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. As long as you've cast 2 or more non-creature spells this turn, she has double strike. So that's also very good. Paplimo Totlimo. These names, you guys. Dwarf Wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain a life, or you can pay 4 and sacrifice it, and each opponent who lost life this turn sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. So you can sack this little guy and force your opponents to maybe sack something big. Let's see. We've got Urangir Augerelt. I know these are new cards and not reprints because the names are horrific to pronounce. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you can gain 2 life. Also has Draw Arcanum, and you tap it to look at the top card of your library. You may exile it face down, and then you can play Arcanum until the end of turn. You may play cards exiled with him. Spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Spells you cast this way cost 2 less to cast. And then we've got some reprints here. Archmage Emeritus, Torrential Gearhunk, Murderous Rider, Baleful Strix. Who doesn't love a Baleful Strix? And that print is sick. God, look at that artwork. That is nice. And then Hypnotic Sprite. We've got new enchantments. Let's see. We've got Champions from Beyond. This enchantment enters. Make X11 colorless hero creature tokens. Has Light Party whenever you attack with 4 or more creatures. You scry 2, then draw a card. Or Full Party whenever you attack with 8 or more creatures. Those creatures get +4/+4 until the end of turn. Light Parlay Party. Let's see. We've also got Observed Stasis. I believe that is not new. 3 and a blue for an aura with flash. Enchanted creature an opponent controls. When this aura enters, remove enchanted creature from combat, then draw a card for each tapped creature its controller controls. Enchanted creature loses all abilities, can't attack or block. Interesting. And then another new one is Eye of Nidhogg. 2 and a black for another aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature is a black dragon with base power and toughness 4/2, has flying and death touch, and is goaded. When it is put into a graveyard from a battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. So you can enchant another creature and goad it, so that's pretty good. And then we've got a couple of reprints. We've got Authority of the Consuls. Makes your opponent's creatures enter tapped, which is good. We've got Propaganda and Bastion of Remembrance. Under the artifacts, we have Dancers, Chakrams, 3 and a white. Has Job Select. Job Select is similar to like for Mirrodin. When this artifact enters, equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. So it's going to make a token creature to attach it to, and then equipped creature gets +2/+2, has lifelink, and other commanders you control get +2/+2 and have lifelink, and is a performer in addition to its other types, and has equip 3. We also have Blue Mage's Cane, 2 and a blue. Has Job Select as well, so you'll make a 1/1. Equipped creature gets +0/+2, is a wizard in addition to its other types, and has whenever this creature attacks, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from a defending player's graveyard. If you do copy it, you may cast the copy by paying 3 generic mana rather than paying its mana cost, so that seems good. We also have Astrologian's Planisphere. It's an equipment with Job Select again. Equipped creature is a wizard in addition to its other types and has whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your 3rd card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So a way to buff up some stuff. We also have Reaper's Scythe, 2 and a black, has Job Select. At the beginning of your end step, put a soul counter on this equipment for each player who lost life this turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each soul counter on this equipment and is an assassin in addition to its other types. We've got some reprints here. This Archaeomancer's Map is an expensive reprint. Coveted Jewel, Tome of Legends, White Auracite, Sages. This is from the main set, White Auracite. I apologize. So this is new too. 2 white for an artifact. When this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield, and then it taps for a white. And then Sage's Noliths is 1 and a blue. This is also from the main set. I talked about it earlier. The set symbol right there, the FF, that means it's from the main set. If it's the little bird guy, it's from the Precon. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, has whenever this creature attacks untapped target attacking creature, and is a cleric in addition to its other types. Then we've got, that Arcane Signet's cool. Relic of Legends, Soul Ring, and then some of the talismans, and everything has new artwork, it looks like. Thought Vessel. They like to do that with these premium sets. They reprint cards, but they do at least give them brand new artwork. In Instance, we have Transpose for 2 and a black. Draw a card, then discard a card. You lose 1 life. If this spell was cast from your hand, you make an 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. So we're going to do some non-combat damage. Then we've got some reprints. Dig Through Time, Sublime Epiphany, Lethal Scheme, Void Rend, Swords to Plowshares, Into the Story, and Snuff Out. Under Sorceries, we've got some reprints here as well. Cleansing Nova, Final Judgment, Rite of Replication, Crux of Fate, Vindicate, Circle of Power, Cut a Deal, Lingering Souls, Exsanguinate, and Siphon Mind. And then our lands, I don't think there's anything to write home about here as well. The lands are the only thing that are kind of underwhelming, in my opinion, in this set. This one does have Sunken Ruins in it. Sunken Ruins is in sore need of a reprint. It's actually up to $22. It is a filter land. Well, I mean, it's not a filter land. It filters, though. It taps to add colorless, or you can pay a blue and a black into it and then add 2 mana of the color combination however you want. You can do 2 blue, 2 black, or a blue and a black. So it does sort of filter your mana. It just doesn't filter colorless mana. But that's it. That's going to wrap it up. This deck does look pretty fun. I think it's pretty unique. I don't play a ton of spell slinging decks myself. Shane usually handles that, so I'm sure he will do the build for this one. But we did want to go over these new cards with you guys. Again, we hope you found this information useful. And again, we will be back this week with our Precon giveaway videos and our $50 budget upgrades. So Shane and I will be doing those videos later this week, and we'll be giving all of those decks away. So be sure that if you are not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button, drop a like and a comment on this video as well, and hit the notification bell so you get the notification once we've uploaded those videos, so you can get a chance at winning these decks. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.